The AnyMode modeling breakthrough technology of Creo actually addresses two major challenges. The first of those challenges is the ability or the requirement to begin working on a design in 2D and then move that information into 3D. So with the Creo conceptual engineering app, I'm able to work with existing 2D information. I may have an existing 2D drawing, I may put a cross-section through a design as I'm doing here, or I may begin working from scratch. But I'm able to work in a dedicated 2D environment that has just the capabilities that I want to do my concepting, to explore ideas very quickly and very easily. Now this is not a typical environment that you would find in a parametric modeler to define profiles. That environment is far too constrained and has lots of relationships that are either inferred or explicitly stated that can sometimes limit creativity. Nor is this environment an environment like you would find in a standard 2D drafting environment. An environment like that has no intelligence, no constraints, no intelligence. In this environment, I want to begin sketching very freely as I'm doing here. I want to have capabilities to change the line style, change the thickness, change the display of the information, and then gradually, over time, I want to put more and more intelligence into the design. Basically, I want an application, and this is an application, that reflects the way that engineers think during this part of the design process. So in this particular example, I've created a couple of different shapes, I've created a couple of different ideas. I've actually grouped that geometry together in the structure that's shown here on the left-hand side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that information and I'm going to move it into 3D. Now here in the 3D environment, you see that 2D sketch geometry that I just created. And now I can use that 2D information to define my models in 3D. But what's interesting here is that at any point I can go back and work in 2D, explore new concepts, refine the design, and then push those changes over into the 3D environment, and then either accept those new ideas or reject those new ideas once I've had a chance to evaluate them in the context of 3D. What's special about this is that I have, first off, a dedicated environment for working in 2D, and then a dedicated environment for working in 3D, but I've also got an absolute preservation of the integrity of the information. The intelligence that I define in 2D is seamlessly passed on to 3D with absolutely no loss of fidelity.